Okay, we're going to be going over the add-on for Discord and Gravity Forms plugin. We're on version 1.2.1. And basically what this plugin does is it connects Gravity Forms on your website to a Discord server channel that you might have. And if you don't have Discord, basically what it is it's a communication platform, and it allows you to join online communities called servers, and you can message people back and forth and all sorts of things. Anyway, I use it to for all sorts of things, but I use it in this case so that I can get notified when somebody fills out a form on my website instantaneously, rather than waiting up to 15 minutes or sometimes never getting notified, because the WordPress mail server just isn't all that reliable. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to connect those two together. But the first thing you need to make sure you have is Gravity Forms, because Gravity Forms is a paid license and you can't just grab that from the repo. You do need to go to gravityforms.com and pick that up. Now, it is a really good form plugin. I do highly recommend it. It's not very expensive, but it is a paid plugin, and they do have really good support as well. So definitely recommend them. But let's go ahead and assume that you already have that and you have it installed in your website and you have a server set up on Discord. So let's go ahead and jump over to our website. You can see we also have a contact form already set up. It's a really basic one. I just have a name, email, comments, nothing fancy. And let's go ahead and add the plugin. So we're going to go to plugins, add plugin, and search for Discord Gravity Forms. And here we go. We can install that and activate it. And then from here, you can just click on the settings link. Now we have some basic plugin information that we can change here. We're going to go ahead and leave it for now so I can show you what it looks like, and then we'll change it and show you the new one. And then down below we have instructions on how to set this up, and you can see that it has Discord as the first thing that we need to set up. So we're going to open up Discord. It does say that it must be the web view, but this can also be the Windows app if you have one. It just can't be a mobile device. Otherwise, like the mobile apps, it doesn't have the options to go into your server settings and create webhooks. So let's go ahead and just move this over, and we'll open up our Discord server to a half screen as well. And from our Discord server, let's go ahead and just add a new channel, and we'll call this website contact form, and we'll make it private. And then I don't need to add roles or members because it's just me as the admin. And I have a new channel here. Very easy to do. So let's go ahead and follow these instructions. We're going to go to server settings and integrations. So up here, server settings, integrations, and then we have webhooks. So we're going to click on create a new webhook. And then it will pop up a new webhook for you that we can edit. So we're going to click on that and then change the name. This will be the name of our bot. Actually, let's just leave it so you can see what it looks like. And we're going to go ahead and change this to the website contact form channel because we don't want it in the same channel as everybody else is going to see. So we're going to save the changes and then copy the webhook URL. And then on our website, we're going to go to our form, and we're going to click on Discord, add a new feed, and then go through all the settings. So let's just go to forms and then settings, Discord. You can see we have our feed here. We're going to add a new feed. And this is the title of the feed, which we'll leave that as is so you can see what it looks like. And here we're going to paste that incoming webhook URL. This is the one that we copied here. So we're going to paste that, and then we have an option to override the bot name, which is right now we have it as Captain Hook, but we can label it something else if we want to. And that way we can use the same hook for multiple forms and then just change the name for the different forms. And then we also have the channel name, which is optional. We have it set up for the website contact form, and this is completely optional. It doesn't actually do anything, it's just reference. So that way you know what channel it's in. We're going to go ahead and leave the accent color as is. And this takes a hex value. If you know hex color codes, you can search that, and they have all sorts of tools that you can pick a color and get your hex color and so forth. Now we have a message value as well. We can type something in there. The thing that I like to do is tag myself. So if you look at this little info button or info tag, you can see how to do those kinds of things. You can tag a role, you can tag a channel, but we're going to go ahead and tag a user. So let's just copy this and paste it in here. And then in our server, we need to get the user ID. So in here, if you click on your name, you have a copy user ID section. Now, if you don't have this, you can go into your user settings and then down below advanced, and you need to turn on developer mode. So if you turn that on, then you'll be able to see the copy user ID. So we're going to copy that. We're going to put that in here, and then that's going to tag us anytime we get the message. So, and then it's completely optional. You don't need to do that, but I like to do that. Now here we have the different fields for our contact form. We have our name, email, and comments, and then we also have a user ID section. If they're logged in, it'll show that. If they're not, it'll show a 0. And then source URL. I know what page it's on. I'm going to just take those off because this is a public form, and I know that it's my only contact form. And then there's a footer, which I'll show you in a bit. I'll just leave that on. Now hide fields with blank values. I don't want to do that because I want to see all of the fields right now, but you could do that if you've got a pretty lengthy form. And then you also have conditional conditions that you can set just like you would on any other form or feed on Gravity Forms. So let's go ahead and save this. Now we're going to go over to our form and test it out. So we've got it all set up. It's all connected. We're going to type in something here. Let's do while coyote, and let's do coyote at pluginrx.com. And let's do test number 1. Hit submit. Here we go. So we can see how it's all set up. We've got Captain Hook, which is the plugin name. We've got just another website, another WordPress site. Let's go ahead and go back to our Gravity Forms settings. And this is where we're going to change this stuff. So the site name, we'll just change it to an example site. The logo, which it'll show up right here if there's a logo. So let's just go to our media library and choose one. The footer text, you can see we have our domain name here. We can change that to whatever we want. And then you can also see an example here. If you click on the dark mode or the light mode, that'll show you what it looks like. So basically for your image, if you have a really dark image against a dark background, it's not going to look very good. So it shows you what it looks like against both backgrounds. So I'm on dark mode, of course, on my server, on my Discord. So this is what it's going to look like. But we're going to go ahead and save these. And then let's just jump right over to our form, which we have a list of all of our feeds right here. So we can just jump right over to the contact form and edit that. And you can see Discord feed 1. We don't want that. Let's call this contact form. And then let's change the bot's name to go. And let's change the color. And let's include the user ID and source URL and save the settings. And then go back to our contact form. Let's refresh the page. And this time we'll do Bugs Bunny. And this will be test number 2. And we'll hit submit. And you can see that time it was instantaneous. So, all right. So now you can see Yosemite Sam, we've got our logo, contact form, and you can see if we click on that, it'll jump us to the form. And then we've got our source URL, our user ID was added. So very simple, very easy to do. A lot of stuff that you can do to customize it. And if you have any questions, feel free to jump on our support here on the repo, or if you scroll down here, you can also see that we have a Discord server that we do support on as well. So feel free to ask any questions, and hope you like it.